testing. There we go. I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody that has come here today. To the people that have travelled down from Scotland, taken 2 days, one of them slept in his car, and it was before he knew Tommy was coming, I have to say. So you know what, that is some dedication. I want to say a massive thank you to Tommy and all of his team as well for coming here. Because he's got a lived experience. We need to wake up what's happening in this country. We're just the starting. Look, Crowborough has got their base, but they've got half the numbers of us, and it's only just begun for them. Before I start my speech and let you know what's been going on here, I just wanted to say something about faith. Now, I was a victim of a migrant crime, which some of you and some of the people in the local community know about. And at that time, I turned to God, and a story that resonated with me was David and Goliath. Now, I want to remind you of that story. Goliath was a giant, and David just had a little stone, and he managed to get the giant. People ridiculed him, people laughed at him, but he proved them wrong. And we are all David. Now, this is a passage I want to read to you, which is my interpretation, that the government is Goliath and we are David. The government stood like a giant, huge, unquestioned, armoured with law risk. Even David's own family told him to stay quiet, to accept how things were. But David had seen the truth, and truth once seen is hard to ignore. He didn't fight with power or permission. He refused the armour of compromise and silence. All he carried were a few simple tools: evidence, persistence, and an unshakable belief that what was wrong should be challenged. When he acted, it wasn't loud or violent, just precise, and that was enough. The giant didn't fall all at once, but it stumbled. And everyone watching learned the same dangerous lesson. Even the biggest system is vulnerable when one person dares to stand without fear. So all of you today should stand without fear. If you see something happening in your community, don't be silent, speak out. Don't be afraid. Now, many of you know that we have RAF Wethersfield near to us, and it currently houses 800 men. Now, we've had many issues happening in the town, and the running theme is that people don't want to report it to the police because they're scared. But you don't need to be scared.
I know, mate. Everybody's
you report it to the police, but you also tell your community. So people, the migrants, if they're committing the crimes, can be held accountable. I'm standing here with no fear, so you should do the same. Now, Braintree District Council, we recently did freedom of information requests with a lady in our group called Amanda, just here with her hand up. She's amazing, this lady. Now, this lady, I hope she doesn't mind me saying, she's actually disabled, and she spends her time fighting behind the scenes for this community and challenging the council. Now, from her freedom of information request, we found that Braintree District Council had been allocated £50,000 from the Home Office, which is the large asylums and grants scheme, to pay for activities for the migrants. This was money spent on the cricket lessons, which was to help aid them in a professional career in cricket. This was to fund an organisation that BB Media actually exposed on his channel, which set up Wethersfield FC. So the migrants have their own football team.
Brilliant.
Send them home! League level, and the charities will pay for all of their costs to FIFA. Isn't that nice for all you men out here? And I'm sure your sons, you'd love to pay for them to go and be in a football team all the time, but money's tight now. We're all suffering. Yeah, exactly. And they've also had all their kit paid for. Lovely. ITV did a really nice documentary on that. Where were you, ITV, when this town had people having things happen to them? Where were you? Nowhere.
Hiding. Always hiding.
Appeasing the government and the Home Office. Another thing that this £50,000 did was supply money to Art Refuge, a charity that gives art therapy to the migrants. These were men that had only been in the country for 2 weeks, okay? Men that had crossed the channel illegally and were given access to therapy. How many people here are suffering with mental health from what this government's doing? Yeah. How many men here are working their asses off for their family and putting food in their kids' bellies whilst these migrants have all of this support? It's disgusting. Yes. It breaks my heart to see good, strong men breaking down at this. It's not fair. We need to nurture our communities and our youth, and this money could be better spent supporting young men to channel their anger into the right way and being strong men who can serve in our army and protect our borders. When I called out Braintree District Council on X about the Art Refuge lessons, they had the audacity to reply to me with ChatGPT jargon and accuse me of lying. Well, guess what, Braintree District Council? I have receipts because I research. And I found in the Art Refuge Charity Commissioner report that art therapy lessons did in fact take place in Braintree Town. It was quoted in their report. So next time you come for me when I put out the truth, do your homework, please. To the lefty marketing department of Braintree District Council, who put out a pathetic post to close down the market. What you don't know is I get out and speak to the community. I spoke to the stallholders. 50% down on trade. Darren, who supplies women's clothing, who is based opposite the betting shop, spends his time in the cold with the community, reassuring women that migrants are not going to attack them. He watches them go to the bookies, withdraw the cash and go in there and spend their funds while he's working his arse off and he's got 50% less money going in. Now today, Darren joined us and he spoke out about what he's experiencing. So again, Braintree Council, if you're going to make out that this is a far-right aggressive thug movement, do your homework, get out and speak to people, because it's really not the case. Another thing that I want to make you aware of is people say that, well, the left, they like to say that migrants don't have bank accounts, okay? Yes, they have an Aspen card, and the ones at Wethersfield get about £50 a week. Well, they're already paid 3 meals a day. They're getting gym lessons, cricket lessons, art therapy, donations of clothes. We've seen some lovely armour jackets that were supplied by Essex Rotary Club. Thank you for that, betrayal of the people. But they also get bank accounts, and I'll tell you how they do that. Once they get their ARC identification, which comes straight away once they're in the base, they get a nice tidy little letter from Clear Springs to say this is where they live. And then Care for Calais and Braintree District Council write to the local banks to give them permission and support to obtain a bank account. Once they get those bank accounts, they can have third-party payments into them, which can be for charities and can be from friends and family, which is migrants that have already crossed over. They can then withdraw that money or spend that card wherever they like. The Aspen card cannot be spent in vape shops and betting shops because the PDQ machine sends an error and doesn't let them use it. So they're going around it by using these bank accounts set up, and then they're also withdrawing the cash. Since we've seen migrants in the town, there has been lots and lots of reports of thefts, and there was also a bank robbery. Now, I'm not saying the bank robbery was connected to migrants, but it's a very unusual situation to take place here, that a man apparently brandishing a handgun attacked the staff and took money. This has never happened here before. If anything, it also shows that there is escalation happening here. And people, you need to start asking why, who and when, and holding the council to account. The migrants are the issue, but take away from that, look who's letting them here, all right? Start finding out the truth. Don't keep looking at the police going, oh, what are they doing here? Look further than that, go further up the chain. Hold James Cleverly to account. Where is he, Sir James Cleverly? Nowhere to be seen, tucked up in his little house, while we're all out here in the cold suffering, trying to cry out for help so that we don't get harmed. Exactly. Another person I'd like to call out is Andrew Larter, the Home Office Director of Asylum Accommodation, who recently spoke out at a Crowborough meeting. He said that Wethersfield was a success. Well, Andrew, it was a success for your service users, as you like to call them, aka the migrants. But it's not here. Look how many people are stood here that have a problem with it. Is that a success? I don't think so. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Another thing that I'd like to mention is a lot of people had an issue with Salvation Army in our town because they hired their hall out. Now, there was a lot of misinformation spread about that. I want to make it clear that's Care for Calais. Yeah, it's bad Salvation Army hired the hall to them, but you have to understand Care for Calais has their fingers in all the pies. They're very good at manipulating people, and if they don't adhere to what they want, they label them as racist, and these charities get scared. I've seen it in the churches too. I've had people from congregations in the local churches leaving, coming to me, upset, saying, oh, I can't be in this church, I've been there for 20 years, I'm being forced to accept migrants, and it's not okay. Look, we're all British here, we're not racist, we're just standing up and we're saying we've had enough. So be proud of all of you for coming today. And just please keep asking the questions. Don't go home today and switch off, switch on. But I want to say thank you again. I'm going to move on to some speakers now and see if anyone else wants to say a few words. Also, I just want to do a massive shout out to BB Media because he's come out all weathers, all days and nights, been on the phone to me, helping me, and he's not made any money out of that. He's a really good person. And to my actual protest group, we are on it all the time. We are such a good team, and I'm proud of each and every one of them. Some of them don't want to be named because of their jobs, but they are amazing. All of you, amazing. So, is Shawnee about? So I would like to introduce Sean to you all now. Sean is a British Army veteran and founder of the Uncensored Patriots, which is a Spaces on X where people join and they talk about unity, they have a voice. It's a good starting point if you're worried to get on and have a chat with people who feel the same as you. Communication is key. Once you feel that you've found your people, you've found your voice. He doesn't sugarcoat the truth and he doesn't back down. So I'm going to pass on to Shawnee today and thank you again.
I just want to say thank you to everyone who's turned up today in support of Shelley in her protest. Like I've said before, we have to keep showing up for each other. That's how we get things done quicker. We've all got the same common goal, standing up for what's right and speaking out against what's wrong in our country, our towns and our communities. Like some of you here, and thousands more across the UK, I'm a veteran of this country and I'm a father, right? And I can see where our country's heading, and it's not a road I want it to continue down. I want my boys to have a future here. I want them to grow up in a safe country where I don't have to worry constantly about unvetted illegal migrants breaking into our country and committing horrific crimes against our women and children. Always remember, right, we aren't far right and we aren't racist for being concerned parents about the safety of our women and our children, right? This government chooses to facilitate this ongoing invasion. They've shown zero interest in stopping it, which makes them complicit in these men's actions, right? By allowing them to roam our streets freely, they're giving them the opportunity to commit rape and murder against British people, yeah? There's never been a more urgent time for us to unite and stick together. Always remember, right, there are more of us working class than these corrupt politicians in suits, yeah? Right? They fear us coming together, yeah? That's why they push division on the right and why infighting gets us nowhere, right? If we fall for that, they win. Please understand, I'm just a normal bloke who wants our country back, yeah? Who wants our children safe, who wants common sense put back into government and society, and the woke agenda dead and buried. Yeah? The government have housed 800 migrants in this camp that have broken into our country while turning a blind eye to the homeless veterans. Yeah? Thank you, Shelley, for organising this protest and allowing me to speak. And like I say, the veterans that are on the street sleeping rough, they should be the ones that are getting put in these hotels. Not
Now I'd like to invite Sue Dunn up. Now Sue is a patriot born in Paddington, grounded, honest and fed up with watching homeless veterans and British people being cast aside by those in power. Now she speaks from her heart for decency, fairness and respect for this country. So let's welcome Sue. Another strong lady. We've got this.
No, listen, I've been given this because I'm not nice. It breaks my legs, it's disgusting. I've been on TV. I mean, really hate with a passion. And I'm going to tell you very quickly before I even start that. My daughter and her husband and their best friend was on the London Bridge when them filthy terrorists attacked. My son-in-law just got away 10 minutes before it happened, and my daughter, but the best friend didn't. That's all I'm going to say about it. So there's my deep hate for terrorists anyway. I wouldn't love them anyhow, but I honestly believe that they are little cockroach, frightened little fucking men. That we're pussies, and we're arseholes, and we're everything that their fucking women are. Well, we're not. Let me tell you, and I've said it, we've got no police. Don't kid yourself, the police stick up for us, because they don't. They're two-tier. Don't even want that. Two-tier, disgusting, lying little ferret. I can't even say his name, I hate him so much, but I will. Then you've got Mahmood. Hello? Waves the Palestinian flag. Goes against the Jews outside the shops because she don't want the food. She goes on marches with, I've got to say the name, guys.
Yeah,
Khan, fucking mouse that runs London. Well, it's not London anymore. But we've got to have her saying to get the migrants out. Do you believe she's going to help us get migrants out?
No.
She's waving flags and going on marches with these people. Bollocks. That's what I've got to say, and I'm sorry, but it's the God's gospel truth. And let me tell you, I ain't so big and brave standing here giving it large, because I'm not frightened of them little fucking men at all. I'm truly not. I am frightened for your children, my grandchildren. I would not go outside my house without pepper spray. Get that, police, because I couldn't care less. I've been told off, and I will carry on until my fucking legs. I mean, I'm a very sick lady, very sick lady. I've been on Tommy's, I've been on marches, I've done so much. I've been on GB and got in trouble on GB News. Can anybody agree with me on this? Please tell me the truth. Do you think that Starmer and his merry men have got that PD in them? That nonsense? Why are you letting them come in, rape babies, you dirty bastards? And what do? You say to everybody, I didn't know they were there. One in, one out. What? He thinks we're thick, and I think I'm thick. But I know I'm genius compared to him. He's a disgusting, lying little toad, and the sea. We don't want no more labouring. We don't want this other prat. Get a lot of them out. Fucking take.
Brilliant, wasn't it?
Listen, thank you very much, Sue. Now we're going to move on to Kevin and Stevie. Now these guys have come all the way from Scotland. They are. Stevie is one of the organisers of Peterhead United, with Kevin supporting the movement. Together, they've been speaking out at events across the country, including at army barracks that have been earmarked for illegal migrants. They're here today to unite the kingdom, speaking out as proud Scots, standing up for our country and refusing to be silent.
Go on, Kev!
Well, look at the crowd we're facing here today. Braintree, make some noise! Well, what can I say? And we're coming down today to Scotland just to let you know, we face the same problems as you guys do up in Scotland. And every single week we take to the streets and we get abused every single week. And you know what? We stand with no fear, because we've got to stand to take our country back. And that's the most important thing. As we stand here today, Falkirk is on the streets, Dundee is on the streets, Perth is on the streets, and they're standing up against the illegal migration into our country. And up and down our country, our women and children are being subjected to racial abuse, sexual abuse and rape. If you want to know how bad it is, let me tell you something. In Glasgow right now, sexual assaults are up by 41%. And that's because the asylum seekers are in Glasgow. And the asylum capital of UK is Glasgow right now. As we speak, our government is ready to receive 300 illegal men into a Cameron barracks up in Inverness. Inverness is a small city up in Scotland. We can't keep taking these people. We're a population of 5.5 million. This needs to stop. And this is why we came down here today, because we stand with you guys. Because the only way we're going to defeat it.
I wouldn't know, Panda, no idea.
Yeah, there's a guy, I wanted to say a couple of things before I pass off to my good friend Stephen here. There's 4 big names in Scotland that nobody knows about, and you need to know about them. Craig Houston,
yes,
the leader of the SDP party in Scotland. People need to start listening to that guy.
Yes.
That guy stands with no fear. You've got Alex Kearney from AC Scotland, the Child Protection Team, and believe you me, he is holding the government and all the authorities to account. We've got a lady called Anne-Marie Ward. I don't see eye to eye with Anne-Marie all the time, but that woman is fighting tirelessly on the drug and alcohol abuse in Scotland. It's unbelievable. And Niall Fraser, who is calling out the SNP at every given opportunity. Yep. There's a myth that all of Scotland hate England, because I don't. I hate Westminster, and I know every single one of you guys do too. Yes! And the only way we're going to change this country is by getting to the ballot and tell them enough is enough!
Yeah!
Stevie, are you going to come and say a few words? Stevie's another proud Scotsman, Peterhead United. Please give him a massive round of applause.
Go on, Stevie!
Fellow patriots, brothers, sisters across this great island, thank you for welcoming me here today in Braintree. My name's Stephen Mitchell, and I've travelled down from the rugged shores of Peterhead in Scotland on behalf of Peterhead United Group, the group that started this movement after taking the Epping spirit. I've been standing shoulder to shoulder with my fellow Scots in protest against the unchecked flood of illegal migrants.
Get up, talk, Stevie boy!
Overwhelming our communities. From the Highlands to the Lowlands, we've seen our towns strain and resources. We've seen our town strained, our resources stretched thin, and our way of life under threat. But today, I'm here to join you, the proud English, in the first in this fight, because this isn't just a Scottish fight. This isn't just a Scottish issue. It's an English one. It's a British one, and we're all in this together. Look around you. We're united. We're not united by the borders. We're united by the red, white, and blue.
Yes, Stevie boy.
As William Wallace once rallied my countrymen, I am William Wallace, and I see a whole army of countrymen here in defiance of tyranny.
There you are. No problem.
You tell them, Willie. We want our freedom. We want our country back.
Free men we are. For too long, politicians in Westminster and Holyrood have turned a blind eye to the chaos of the borders. Illegal immigrants pouring in, exploiting our generosity while hard-working families like mine and yours pay the bill. Our schools are overwhelmed. Our hospitals are breaking point. Our streets are not safe anymore. Enough is enough. I've marched in Glasgow, marched in Aberdeen and everywhere in between, screaming for secure borders and fair immigration. And now, standing here with you fellow mates in England, I see the same fire in you guys' eyes. Across up the road. It's time to reclaim our nation back. We're not divided by accents. Scots and English side by side, demanding their government enforce the laws, deport those who break them, and put the British people first.
Yes.
To the doubters who call us divisive, we're the ones fighting for unity. Unity against the system, a system that prioritises outsiders over our own. Unity to protect our jobs, our homes, and our children's future. Every man dies, but not every man lives. So let us live now with courage, with heart, and with the resolve that our forefathers showed. Let's make our voices roar in Braintree to the borders, from Land's End to John O'Groats.
Yes.
Join me in saying, Britain for the British.
Britain for the British.
Secure our borders.
Secure our borders.
We are united.
Thank you very much for having us down here today. We will be here anywhere else you need us to be. We will come and support you every step of the way.
Oh, Stevie!
Thank you. God bless.
Stevie,
And freedom to us all.
I think this shows us as well that every movement across the country needs to come together. People need to stop worrying about fame and ego and money, put that all aside and actually worry about the people.
That's right.
Stop this infighting, it's a load of rubbish. Stop coming for each other, support each other. Otherwise you are also going to be the reason why this country falls apart. Now, I would also like to invite Junie up.
Go on, Joni.
Now, Junie is born to East End parents, raised with strong community values. She's a hard-working mum, nan and proud patriot. She's deeply concerned about the future facing our children and grandchildren and believes we must come together like we once did to protect our country and our community. She speaks from life experience, love and country and the heart. She genuinely is a beautiful human being. She spends her time on spaces reassuring a lot of men that are quite stressed about this situation. I've been witness to it. She really is a lovely, lovely lady. So I'm going to pass it over to her now.
Wow. What can I say about that? Right. Can you help me here? Right. Thanks, Shelley, and for inviting me to come here today. Hold your balls. I've got rather a lengthy speech, everyone, so there's the heads up, and I hope you don't live to regret it, Shell.
I never would.
Well, good afternoon, all you amazing people today. How amazing are you? Okay, so firstly, for those of you who are here from Braintree and Wethersfield communities, my heart goes out to you completely as a grandmother, mother of 3 sons and a grandmother of 3 grandchildren. I can totally resonate where you're all coming from here today. And you're living in close proximity to the airport's former MOD, police and RAF station. Now housing in the region of 800 legal migrants, unvetted males from who knows where. Right, so this must be immensely worrying for you all, for the safety of your families. That's an understatement. Particularly the vulnerable women and children. And the members, it's my understanding that there is a potential to increase to 1,700, over double the current intake. This cannot happen. Okay, our ancestors must be turning in their graves. This is not what they fought wars for, to have legal invaders and create unsafe places, to be given priorities from the authorities and the government into the bargain. So in the words of Bob Dylan, and I'm going to try and calm it down a bit, guys, the times they are a-changing. And I'm going to go and speak respectfully. Having been born in the 50s and growing up in the 60s, in the good old days of rock and roll with mods and rockers, and what was it like? The adverse, radical changes that you and the rest of the country are increasingly subject to, and the change that's needed to restore your lovely town and our country as a whole to its former British values and glory. Needless to say, there must be mass deportations of these illegal migrant males who have not arrived here through the correct application and process systems. Let's get that right. We must leave the ECHR, but clearly that's not going to happen while we are under the jurisdiction of this godforsaken government and the worst PM in living history. On this point, I will say that when elections are prevalent, and at the next general election, the sooner the better, you must vote with your feet. Moreover now than ever before, every eligible voter needs to get out and vote. Vote for whoever you believe has the courage of their convictions to deliver safe again. And whilst I highly recommend, I understand and I highly commend Braintree District Council's exhaustive efforts going through court channels, nothing's happened. Their efforts to challenge the Home Office. Well, you know that powerful saying, nothing changes if nothing changes. So, recollections and comparisons. I'm going to take you back a bit here now. As a child of working class parents from the East End, I grew up with 2 sisters and a brother in the London borough of Barking and Essex. Good old Barking. Let's just say we had nothing, but we had everything. Why? Because we had our freedoms. We could go and play for hours in the park safely. The worst possible encounter might be the odd male flashing his cards. But there would always be a community bobby. You know, our term for a policeman back then, as we called him, to act swiftly to detain, arrest the offender. We felt safe.
unlike today. My God, it's just not even safe to even walk your dog now, is it? I certainly wouldn't go to a park with my grandchildren, and that's in Northampton. It's just as horrendous there, believe you me. Communities were very close, we're tight-knit, they stuck together, tough through thick and thin, and had one another's backs. If you had a row, you thrashed it out amongst yourselves. You go and have a little punch-up out on the green. It'd all be forgotten about, okay?
Exactly.
And then you'd all laugh about it with that good old British sense of humour that we all possess, a major factor in our survival. So comradeship, right, guys? There was comradeship. And I'll come to this. Even as a youth, I recall tossing coins with friends to see who was coming. You know, to ride bareback tandem on an owner's pony, to get chips, to go to the chippy. We would share them amongst out of a bit of grease food paper and wrapped in newspaper. Now, I'm going to take you back to 13th of September last year at the Unite the Kingdom March. That I never experienced anything like it from other than when I was a child. There were even older people than me, disabled people.
You go in front of me, I'll get the store
Dogs standing. One guy was
Guys, I'm just going to have a little bit of a rest and come away from there. Something's going on, I don't know what's going on. Shit! Yeah, 9, yeah. Fucking 9, yeah.
Oh, the goons! See ya! Everyone shut up and leave one minute. Alright, boys. Oils! 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 Oils!
They're all about 16. They're all literally all about 16.
Do me a favour. Just keep that pointed over there while I take the tablet. Back's killing me. No. Keep it pointed over there. Just for like. Yeah. It's killing me. I've got fibros though. That long. Thank you. Appreciate that. Should have charged me for doing that.
The bill will be in the post.
Thank you. I can't, guys, I'm just having like a 5-minute sit down. Sometimes you just got to sit there for a bit. Yeah, I've got fibromyalgia, so obviously my back, my leg, everything hurt. I can only stand for so long.
Standing is the worst, actually.
Yeah, if you're moving and you're marching, it's not too bad, is it?
Not so bad, no.
I got myself a little router in the end. I was talking to son about.
Oh, yeah.
It's only a little one.
Yeah.
That's the one I use.
Yeah.
But for some reason it's not been very good signal.
The signal's horrendous here.
It is. You having trouble?
No, we're not, but we're running 4 SIM cards.
Oh, you're running? Yeah.
So, But that's my phone. I can't even load the chat up. Look, that's all I can get. 4G. Oh, he's no Christmas.
Yeah. Right, I'm gonna go back over there. That should stop hurting me after a while. Guys. Well done your speech, guys. I really liked it.
Thanks very much, man. Appreciate that.
There's always more safety in numbers. Find fun safe places to take every community group.
Try and get around the other side of so, obviously I've moved out now and I've lost my spot. I could do with one of them.
If you don't do any of this already, which you probably do, get those t-shirts printed, get those hats printed. It's amazing how many people will come up to you when you're walking around with your
I know, mate. It's horrible standing for so long.
I was with my Uncensored Patriots t-shirts last summer.
wet arse as well, sitting on a wet thing.
The people that wasn't aware still what's going on in this country. So I would say for those with internet access, send out those emails, flood those inboxes to your MPs, keep flooding them, be tenacious, keep the grip on, don't let go, don't give up, don't post on social media platforms. I mean, thanks to Elon Musk, I find X to be the predominant platform to be able to express yourself. And while technically we don't have total free speech in our country anymore, just be guided on what you do say, but have your say. So spread awareness, okay? Because when you listen to awareness, you can spread awareness. Speak in spaces with others, listen to their views and that of guest speakers on political and wide range matters. Don't be politically homeless. I was until I joined the Uncensored Patriots last year, formed by Sean, which resulted in going into his spaces, attaining the confidence to speak out, and gaining a wealth of knowledge from others. Listen out for independent journalists. Yes, independent journalist reports, because you will always get the true, raw facts that you won't get from the mainstream media. Journalists such as Dan Watton, Adam Brooks, always supporting the cause on GB News. Tommy Robinson, well, of course, Martin Melty, Eddie Alexander, and of course, Sean Baker, no less, from the Uncensored Patriots. He's found reporting on X, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, as can they all. By being aware, you can spread the awareness further afield.
Me too.
Shelley can write the others that I have missed out, and I do apologise if I've missed any of you lovely people out. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up now. Hey, they say thank God for that.
Really about 10 minutes ago.
You can do this, Braintree, right? And Wethersfield, and encourage more and more communities to follow suit in a similar situation, because it's spreading fast around the country. In fact, all of us here can. So lead the way, because you've got this. And as a Christian country, one final word, and God wouldn't forgive me without mentioning this. In the words commonly attributed to Mother Teresa, be the change you wish to see in the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeannie. There's just a few little extra things I want to say before we move on to the next speaker. I just want to say that a lot of people get very angry and say to me, peaceful protests don't work. We need to be violent. Do you know, all that does is you play into the hands of the left. And you lose the battle. If you start fighting with your fists, you'll all end up in prison. Then what's going to happen to your families? Because they'll be there with the Islamists while you're away. Okay, so you need to use your minds, all right? You need to work together, immobilise the community, run groups, get the men strong, their minds strong. You need to get the women strong. We can't fight this unless we fight it in the right way. So really, don't play into the hands of paid agitators. There's plenty of groups out there that want you to fight the police. They want you to fight the migrants. You need to look deeper, okay? Much, much deeper. I also want to say about across the country, there are different groups. Everyone gets upset, there's egos. Put it all aside, please. Just think about the people, because that is what matters. Now, I'm going to move on to Tanya. Now, she is my sister. She's a proud patriot, a community supporter, a mother and a nanny. She doesn't look like that though. She's a defender of ordinary people and a fierce advocate for free speech and for women, standing up for what's right, even when it's not easy. She's going to speak today with real courage. She's a bit nervous, so can you give her a clap?
Okay, thank you. Right. So first of all, let me. Can you hear me all right? Okay. So I was a victim of child abuse, but I'm not anymore. I'm a survivor, and I speak for all other survivors, and I speak for women. You should be able to come out of your house and not have fear every day. So I'm going to go straight into my speech now. Today we stand not just for ourselves, but for women who are silenced, punished and killed for daring to exist freely. We stand for the women of Iran.
Yes!
For the women beaten in the streets for showing their hair. For the girls arrested for singing, dancing or dreaming. For those in prison, tortured and executed for saying 3 simple words. Women, life, power. In Iran, control over women's bodies is written into law. But let us be clear, oppression does not begin overnight. It begins with small restrictions, with tradition, with morality, with politicians deciding they know our bodies better than we do, and we know them better than anyone else. And that is why the women in the UK are watching. That is why we are fighting, because we see the warning signs. We see our rights debated as opinions. We see our reproductive freedom threatened. We see violence against women dismissed. We see powerful men telling us to be quieter, smaller, more grateful. We refuse. We refuse to believe that what happened in Iran could never happen here. History tells us otherwise. Rights are not permanent. They are protected only when people defend them. The women of Iran are not asking for pity. They are asking for solidarity. So we say this today loudly and without fear. An attack on women anywhere is an attack on women everywhere. We fight so that no government here or abroad can control how we dress, how we love, how we speak, how we live. We fight so that the future generations of girls in the UK never have to protest for rights we were silent to defend. To the women of Iran, you are not forgotten. Your courage fuels ours. Your resistance strengthens our resolve. And those who try to control us in Tehran, Westminster, anywhere in the world, hear us clearly. We will not go backwards. We will not be silent. And we will not stop fighting. Out to all of you, because I'm sick of us women having to do it ourselves. We want it back to old-fashioned times when men were proud to be the protectors. Thank you. I also want to say about the left pretending that, you know, we're racist for this. I'd like to say a lot of people in this community are actually legal migrants and they've had enough.
You've got to look at Chabelle, who owns the Yummies Cafe in this town, okay? He's a Lebanese man. He has lived experience, okay? He's lived in a country that he's had to flee. He came here to live a better life as a proud Christian. He stands with Britain. He allows patriots into his cafe and he's been targeted. He's had his windows smashed. He's been called a Nazi. This man is part of us. He is British. We welcome people into this country that have the same moral compass as us. You play by the rules and we support you. You work hard, you look after your family and you respect women and children. It's as simple as that. I'm now going to pass over to Barry. Now, all of the flags in this town are run by an independent group called Flag Force Braintree. They are working men. Barry also has an illness, which he may or may not want to discuss today, but he works extremely hard with his team going out and flagging. They've actually been attacked by the left last night. One of them was attacked and had his ladders broken. Now these men, they don't really get loads of donations. They go out and they do all of this. I'm so proud of them and proud that they love their flag. Please give them a massive round of applause.
Thank you, Michelle. Okay. Oh, there's a lot of you. Right. So I've been asked to do a speech.
I'll talk to you in a minute.
I used to do very well many years ago.
So I've got my other phone on now to show you my one.
Michelle's alluded to I had brain cancer. And apparently I have a terminal condition. But I'm still kicking, so all good. Thank you very much. Okay, here we go. Hello, Braintree. My name is Barry Allen, and yes, that is my real name. And no, I'm not the Flash. I can see most of you don't even get that joke, it's obviously for the younger crowd. I've been asked to say a few words. I'm here representing Flag Force Braintree. We set up around 4 months ago, and over that period, we have placed over 700 flags in and around Braintree. Yay. Thank you. Why? Why have we done this? Why is this happening? Well, we believe this country is broken. And the powers that be, i.e. the government, are just not listening to us.
He's even saying that, yeah.
Listening to us, the people, who I'll refer to as the silent majority. That's us. We're not silent today, but we are normally quite silent. Not for long, no. We, as a group, feel that our flags represent many things. I'm sure when you see our flags flying, you have a thought in your heart as to what the meaning behind them are. There are 100+ reasons why the flags are flying. But we as a group feel that the flag represents, in a simple statement, the silent majority are silent no more. Yeah. Everyone that comes through our town that is related in some way to government, be them MPs or be in the council, are seeing flags all around the town. They have to ask themselves why. And if that creates a question, we're winning. We have a Facebook page. We've only been running for a few months. We've already got 2,500 followers. And believe it or not, because I can't get my head around this, we've had 2 million views. I know. We are a small group with only a handful of volunteers. All my group work full time, and they do this in their own spare time. We, like our forefathers, love our country, and by connection, we love our flags. In addition to putting up the flags, we also litter pick. Every street that we have put flags up, we've litter picked. And to date, we have collected 21 bags of litter from the streets of Braintree. Thank you. Can I just have, by a show of hands, how many of you support the flags? Wow. Thank you. If you want to help, you can. We need boots on the ground. If you can help put up ladders, we need you. If you want to earn your 10,000 steps picking up litter, we need you. We also need locations in and around town where we can store ladders. Because if we don't have a van to put them on, we'll carry them across town. And even though they're relatively light ladders, by the time you've walked a mile or two with them on your shoulder, they start to feel the pain. And I truly hate to ask this last one, but we do need donations. We worked for the first few months purely self-funding. We paid for everything ourselves. Thank you. But obviously, we've got issues. And the issue is we have a small but determined group of individuals that hate this country and hate our flags, who have removed so many flags by ripping them down and often leaving the tatters of the flags behind. These people don't care about our community and they do not care about this country and the way that they leave it. Michelle's alluded to what happened yesterday. Two things happened yesterday. Firstly, we were flagging, that's what we call it, we were flagging in Freeport at the roundabout, and an individual pulled up in a white van, jumped out of his van and grabbed hold of the ladders and crashed them to the ground. Then physically engaged one of my guys. That was the first incident. The second incident was that we had 50 flags removed that morning. And that's why that guy was out. He was out putting them back up. We replaced all of them again. So last night we set up patrols to protect the flags. And at 2 o'clock in the morning, the alarm bells went. And we caught two individuals. These individuals are dressed from head to toe in black, walking around your streets looking like ninjas. They have a pole. Attached to this pole is a very spiky brush. And they basically push the pole up the ladder, up the lamppost, hook the flag, twist the flag, and then rip the flag down, leaving a load of crap behind them. So they don't care about their country and they don't care about their community, whatever they're saying. We've caught these two individuals, or one of them, before. We caught them at 2 a.m. on Cressing Road. This time, there's one we call Chewbacca, because he's quite tall. And there's another one we call the Munchkin, because he's not. He should get a job. Could have done with a wash as well. We spoke to these people for 20 minutes as to why they feel they're right to take the flags down. I have no problem, it is a right. If we put them up, they can take them down. But take them down the same way we put them up, with respect. Do not trash our flag, and do not treat it in such a way. So those two individuals we videoed. So we've got photographic and video evidence. We actually talked to them for 20 minutes. We chose not to make them famous because we know the anger that is involved with you guys or towards them. But if you go on our Facebook page, you'll now see their photos. We will. No violence.
Chop their fucking hands off.
No violence, right. Okay, right, and finally, this bit's the important bit really. We as a group totally support what Michelle's doing. She's been an amazing advocate for a peaceful protest. Change is coming. You must all feel it, and we're all part of that change. Do not be silent. Speak to everybody. Give Listen, debate and discuss, but change is coming. On that note, thank you very much.
I just want to say again, I'm so proud of our town and all the people in it that have really worked hard to expose what's happening here, and it's such an amazing group of women. I want to say thank you to Tracy as well here, this lady. Now, I won't go into details about Tracy, but she also has a reason why she does what she does. And if people knew what she'd been through, her family been through, they'd be so proud of her. She's a true patriot, and I really respect you.
Big up Tracy.
We now want British Women First Pink Ladies movement. Danielle and Theresa Moon, now they have been working hard in supporting women in their communities with giving out alarms and being out and about, and they're going to make a speech today about who they are and what they do.
Go on, Theresa.
Hiya! Give it for the pink ladies and all women! Protect all women! Save our kids! Protect all women! Save our kids! Right, you ready for this? You've got plenty of time. Right. We stand here today, not for applause, not for permission, but because we have had no choice. Because the safety of our families matter. Because the lives of women and children matter. Because silence is no longer an option. We are British Women First Pink Ladies UK movement. We are the Pink Ladies, passionate, loyal and unbreakable. We are the heart of the homes. We are the backbone of communities. We are the voice that refuses to be pushed aside. Across this country, women who once felt alone have found each other. Women who never thought they would stand in a crowd like this and stand shoulder to shoulder. Women who were afraid now walk with courage. Women who had no one now have a sisterhood. We gave them connection, we gave them strength, and we gave them a movement. They call us the weaker sex, but we know better, don't we, ladies? Yes. We are not weak, but we are warriors of peace, protectors of truth, defenders of our children's future. We have watched our country change in the ways that left many women feeling unsafe and unheard. We have seen systems fail, vulnerable. We've seen families struggle, and we have seen women ignored. We ask loudly and clearly, why should women or children be left unprotected? Why should any community be left without support? Why should danger allowed to grow in silence? For too long, we've let others speak for us. For too long, we've been told to sit down and stay quiet. But those days are over. We rise, not in anger, but in strength. Not in violence, but with unity. Not to divide, but to protect. The Pink Ladies movement now stretches all over the UK. Women are forming chapters.
Women are supporting each other. Women are standing tall. Women are refusing to back down. We believe in peaceful protest, and we know its power. Whether there are 10 or 10,000, we make an impact. We shake the ground, we shift the narrative, and we show courage that cannot be ignored. No one saw us coming, no governments, no authorities, and they underestimated our strength as British women. They thought they could silence us. They thought they could shame us. They thought they could break us. But it didn't count on the mothers, the daughters, the sisters, the wives, the survivors, and the women who refuse to bow. We are the core of the family, the strength behind every good man. The homemakers who now step forward as history makers. And let me tell you, this journey has not been easy. This movement has changed our lives. And yes, we have come under attack, not just from those who oppose us, but even from those who claim to stand for the same cause. Ordinary women, real everyday women, have been targeted for daring to speak. We have been mocked for our numbers, dismissed because we aren't famous, ignored because we aren't chasing power. We've stayed in our lane and we've kept the fame hungry and the opportunities out. We've refused to be used, and that has upset some people. Our movement is not here for politics, but we are here for protection, and we are here for safety, and we are here for women. We speak out against all abuse. Abuse is abuse, and there's no excuses. Predators come from all walks of life, no exceptions. Every woman deserves to be safe and no compromise. We knew we had to be different. The movement is not just one face, but it is the faces of many. A movement built from the ground up. The movement rooted in real communities. Every rape alarm we hand out starts a conversation. Every leaflet is a moment of education. Every safety tool is a lifeline. Every woman we reach is one more who will not be alone. We've turned our protests into safety campaigns. We've turned fear into action. We've turned frustration into empowerment. We launched the GoFundMe in November, and boy, it's been slow. For the price of a pint, we can buy 2 rape alarms. Our target was small, because we know times are hard and people are struggling. But months later, we've still not reached our target. So I ask why? Where is the support from those who say they care about safety? Where are the people who claim to protect their families? We have given out thousands of alarms, and we need thousands more. We cannot fund this alone. We work tirelessly behind the scenes. We've built a movement with a main hub and now 40 subgroups across the UK. Ulster, Scotland, England and Wales, and every week it grows. Women are stepping up everywhere.
We're going to go over there.
All right then, darling.
Goodbye.
See you later. I love you too, darling. I will, don't worry.
No,
Don't start on me.
We remain proudly a female-only group. This is simply because we have many women survivors, and they deserve a safe, secure space to connect. And our men support us fully. They stand beside us, respecting that this is our moment to lead. We are ordinary women with extraordinary courage. We started with a whisper, but now we are raw. We are the shield, we are the siren, and our movement refused to be silent. So to every woman listening, rise, stand with us, be part of something bigger than fear. Be part of something stronger than silence. Be part of a sisterhood that will not back down. We march together, we protect together, and we rise. Ladies, if you have an alarm, sound the alarm!
That's not on.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep. My name is Danielle, and I'm standing here today because women are exhausted. Exhausted from not being believed, exhausted from being ignored, exhausted from being told to be quieter about things that are destroying their lives. The wider movement is called British Women First Pink Ladies. I stand here as Kent Women First Pink Ladies, the Kent chapter of this movement. And while this movement did not start in Kent, something incredibly important did. The Safety Initiative was born in Kent. It was created by women listening to other women, not statistics, not headlines, real women, real fear and real lives. We didn't build this in offices or studios. We built it in pubs, in clubs, in hair and nail salons, and in community spaces. We went where women already were because safety should never feel out of reach. It should meet women exactly where they are. We handed out safety packs, personal alarms, and anti-spiking kits. But what mattered most was the moment when we looked in the women's eyes and said, "You matter, your safety matters, and you are not alone." To date, Kent has handed out over 1,000 personal alarms, all funded by ourselves. And women responded. They stopped us, they spoke to us, they trusted us. Survivors of sexual violence and exploitation told us that just seeing us here, pink jackets, open faces, gave them the courage to speak, sometimes for the very first time. This is what safety looks like. This is why this safety initiative spread. Other areas saw what was happening in Kent and said, we need this here too. Not because someone claimed it, but because it worked. In September, I came to Braintree, and that's where I met Michelle and Tanya. I need to be honest with you, I feel awful for Braintree. I felt the weight of a town that had been pillaged, a place where safety had been stripped away, where fear had been normalised. No community deserves that. No woman deserves that. But what stayed with me wasn't just the damage, it was the women. I grew to love Michelle and Tanya, and through them, I grew to love the women of Braintree, because what I saw were not victims. I saw survivors. Women who had been hurt deeply and who were still standing. Women who refused to be erased. Women who carried their pain and still showed up for others. That resonated with me on a personal level. I knew that when I had to stand behind these women, to support them, to protect them, because when women turn their pain into purpose, that is courage. Raw, terrifying, beautiful courage. And that courage lives in Kent too. The women of Kent, Women First Pink Ladies, are extraordinary. Many of them carry their own stories of abuse, exploitation, fear and silence. And instead of letting that destroy them, they use it to stop someone else from going through the same thing. They show up when it's hard, they listen when it hurts, they protect when it costs them something. They use their pain to save others. That is real bravery. But when something works, when women succeed, there are always those who try to take it. We watched others go on national television and claim that the safety initiative we built and delivered in Kent and helped introduce into Braintree was theirs, and that hurt. Because it erased the women who did the work, it erased the communities who trusted us, and it erased the truth. Let me say this clearly and calmly. You do not get to take credit for work you did not do just because you have a platform. Kent knows the truth, Braintree knows the truth, and the women we spoke to know the truth. The venues who stood with us know the truth, and despite the smears, despite the pushback, despite being falsely labelled racist in an attempt to silence us, we did not stop. We kept showing up, we kept protecting women, and we kept building something that worked. But this was never about attention, it was never about politics, it was and will always be about safety. Kent Women First Pink Ladies are proud to have led this initiative, proud that Kent set the standard, proud that even when others tried to rewrite the story, the truth stayed exactly the same, where it belongs. This is more than a protest. This is women standing their ground. So to the women who trusted us, this is for you. To the communities who stood beside us, thank you. And to anyone who thought we could be silenced, we are still here. We are not backing down and we are not going anywhere. And we will keep fighting every single day for women's safety. Thank you, Braintree. You will always have a very special place in my heart.
Hey.
Thank you to British Women First Pink Ladies. Thanks everybody for coming today. Before we end the protest, we'd just like to welcome Tommy Robinson up to say a few words.
I just I was waiting for that to stop. Can I just say, how fabulous is Shell? How fabulous is Shell? A round of applause for the lady who's led this. Well done, man. It's amazing to watch. Do you know, for me, I actually think standing there watching, which I've enjoyed doing, was probably more powerful than listening to the speakers on September 13th, many of them, because this is raw. This is the actual people that are affected. And do you know what else it is? It's ordinary people doing extraordinary things, which is what you're witnessing this movement. I just asked Shell earlier, what did you do before this? Because I know how difficult, obviously I can talk now, but I couldn't. When I started the English Defence League, I wore a mask and I used to neck a load of vodkas before I got up and spoke because I was nervous about speaking. And I used to swear a lot and I used to get lots of things wrong. So when I'm standing listening to the lady speak so articulately and listening to her present her argument and everything, and then I watch one by one people getting up, putting themselves out there to give speeches that they're not used to giving, which is nerve-wracking. I know your mum, bro, who spoke, that was such an English delivery, yeah? And then the Scottish lad gives such a Scottish delivery. But what you're seeing is ordinary people stepping up. And that's why I stand here encouraged. I felt inspired listening to each one of them, yeah? These sorts of gatherings didn't happen for a decade unless we organised them as a movement. We don't need to organise them, and it's fabulous that this wasn't organised by groups nationally. It's fabulous that it's organic. It's fabulous that it's locals. It's fabulous to see them, whether it be here, whether it be in Epping, whether it be in Chelmsford, whether it be the lad mentioned 4 Scottish cities. That's what's needed. It's needed that it's organic, that it's community-based, that you're building and getting to know each other, that you're coming together. Obviously, we put up on a national event. September 13th was fabulous. I hope many are coming on May 16th. But for me, to stand here and watch this, I can tell you, people think it's something happening. It's happening, okay?
When we get to summer this year, watch it happen at an accelerated rate. Now, it's happening because of people like Shell. It's happening because of groups like the Pink Ladies, and it's fabulous to watch. So if you're watching this at home, there's groups organising in towns and cities across the UK. Join them, support them. The other word is, when you bring this many personalities together, many times egos, everyone has an ego to say they haven't, everyone's got one. To bring them together is difficult. You don't have to like the people in these movements. You don't have to be friends with the people in these movements. People will clash at times, but you're all there for your country, so you don't have to be best mates. There's many people in my movement over 15 years that I don't really get on with, but they still have to come together as a community, stand together. But I just wanted to stand and congratulate you, but not congratulate you. We had an aim to unite the kingdom. You are uniting Braintree. It's fabulous, and I think you should congratulate yourselves. Well done, Michelle. But not just, when people step up and lead, others follow. I stood at the front of this demonstration at the march. I've seen the demographical change of the demonstrators. Every demonstration we held a decade ago was young angry men. Yeah, we've broke through that. The messages broke through. When people stand up, others come out. I'm standing asking mothers, asking nans, why are you here? And something's changed, because 24 months ago, I don't think these people were here. I think they were too scared to speak out. And now all the women that I'm asking, they're saying, we're not scared anymore. We're not scared anymore. And that will only inspire others. So if people watching this at home, be inspired by these ladies, by these brave ladies. Do you know when the mums come out? I always, as you said, you mess with my mum, you mess with her kids, she's coming out fighting. When the mothers realise the future of their kids is at risk, there's going to be an army of women, which we saw September 13th. We're seeing it now. It's fabulous to watch. And just also congratulations to the new citizen media that have been covering this, because people around the country, I've seen about Braintree, not from the mainstream. I've seen it from social media. I've seen it from gentlemen like this. I've seen it from all the different citizen journalists that come and cover these important issues and give a voice to the people. So keep recording, keep speaking, keep working, and keep coming together. I hope to see many of you on May 16th, but just congratulate you on the work you're doing in the community, man. That's great. As I said, it's exciting for me. It's exciting for me to watch, because I can see what's happening, yeah? Well done, darling. And we should also thank her husband as well, because I bet he's worrying in that as well. So well done.
Thank you everyone for coming. We are looking to maybe hold another protest on May 21st, that's to be confirmed. But thank you all for coming. Enjoy the rest of your day. Don't get drunk, but go and have some nice food in our local establishments. Prove the council wrong that we're putting money in the tills. Thank you. Bye.
Tony. Does he talk much? Well, at home, I think. Yeah, they do. I'm looking to get one at home. I want to get a husky. And I'm just worried about the talking. Well, obviously, get a rescue. Yeah. Yeah, I'm from North. Yeah. I used to live in Kent.
Can't go there.
Yeah, I'll keep my eyes open there.
I go to a park on a
Should be over that way.
Just see there then. I'll forward you.
No more trouble.
Having it? You having it?
I think we're going to spoon. You're going to spoon in a minute, are you? Yeah, I think we'll probably end up. Yeah, all right, I'll wait to see you there. Yes, certainly. Can I have a couple? Certainly, Tesco.
I've got loads in the back of it as well.
Right.
Well, I've literally got in the back of them if you want to.
Yeah, we can just try it. Yeah, where did they click?
I was put this for stores, but I'm upset about why I applied. There you
Let's give us some more of the roast.
If you want to get a little piece,
Start.
You want to go in? That's
oh, you didn't have to do that. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, 100%. Doing your process is really nice.
Thank you.
That's my YouTube channel. You can check out my
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, I didn't. You'd be the last person. Yeah. Yeah. Get a few flags up in front. There we go, Dan.
You on there. Yeah.
I'll be very pleased to give you any She used to do boxing at County.
Oh yeah, look at that. Buddy, I'm still live and you're in my pocket. Alright, thank you. Love you, bye. Good job.
Calling people.